All right.
Am I doing the next one? Who's doing the next one?
I'm the last one.
I have it on here.
You're doing the PowerPoint, Lo?
Yeah.
Well, this doesn't make sense. I'm not supposed to be doing this one.
What?
Everyone is supposed to collect the data. And then the main writer for describe the data is Lydia.
Oh.
And then I'm supposed to be the main writer for making imprints.
And what is my job?
And yours is the main writer for take action.
Take action. Okay.
Well, now I feel bad. I've been working on this
We could
all
just
week.
switch the two.
Well, it's just the paragraph that she needs to write, right? Because you just
Right, I have everything else gathered. I just need a paragraph.
Okay, well, Lydia can do the paragraph then, right?
Sure.
And then I can do the next thing.
Well, the next one's making imprints, which is me.
Yeah, so Cheryl was supposed to do make inference and Lydia was supposed to describe the data. So we could just switch the names.
Yeah, because I've already.
Yeah.
You've already done
You already
almost
did all that
everything.
work.
So if that's okay, we'll just swap it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can write the paragraph. You can do the same thing I did. I mean, it's not.
Just switch. It's fine. Do it.
Okay.
And like you've already done so much.
I feel bad.
Don't. I'd feel bad taking it. Gosh.
Okay. So we have to give the linear regression equation y equals 2.0 plus 1.5x. What is the y-intercept?
2.0.
Well, where are you?
That is number 22 quiz.
22 group oh, okay, hang on. All right, I have to open the Okay, given the linear regression y, what is the y-intercept?
It's 2.0, right?
Yeah.
Where do you see that?
Because why? Because it's the B0 or whatever it is.
Oh,
is the
okay. Yep.
Y-intercept, and then B1 is the slope.
Right. Okay.
And with the slope, don't you need to make sure and put the 1. So it's 1.51. That's what I was showing in the example, but that then it has round to 1 decimal.
So it'd be 0.15.
Yes.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Wait a second. We have to know what x is, which is
16 on this next one.
I have to open up my preparation notes.
Me too. I was just headed back over there.
So B naught is the y-intercept if you take everything in that spreadsheet. B naught is 1.296.
On which one?
I'm still on the first, on number 3. So if you put all those numbers into Excel from the math self-efficacy into the linear regression of the quantitative inference procedure.
Number 3 is not using that data yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because before 6 it says now we're using the data file.
Oh, crap.
This is just based on the numbers they give us right there.
Okay. So how are you figuring the y-intercept with that data?
Because it's y equals b naught plus b1x, and b naught is the y-intercept and b1 is the slope. So it's just the equation that.
Just, yeah, it's just.
So what are you getting for that then?
Well, you're not solving that one. You're just putting.
Just putting what it represents.
For number 3?
Yeah, it's just 2.0. The y-intercept is the first number. It's just,
I see. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry.
oh, you're fine.
I get it now. Okay. I'm making it way too hard. There it is, y equals 2.0. And the slope is 1.5.
Because it's the x.
No. No,
5x.
It's a slope.
it's the slope. B1 is the slope.
Yes.
So 4 is 1.5.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Sorry, guys. Okay, x equals 16. So that would be 0.25 times 16, which is 4 plus, so that would be 7 for number 5.
But number 5, y equals -3.
Oh, -3, sorry. -3 plus 4 is 1. Is anybody else getting that?
Did you get one, Lo?
Because
1.
what's that?
It's 7.
Lo, did you? So I have gotten 2 numbers, 7 or 1.
It's not 7 because it's -3.
Y is,
So -3 plus 4 is 1.
Depends on how I put it in my phone. Sometimes I get 7, sometimes I get 1.
Yes.
I
That's why I
actually
said,
doing the last part of that equation first because that's the only way I can get it to work on my stupid calculator. So I do 0.25 times 16. And then I go back to the front plus or -3 plus the answer to that other one is 4. I get 1.0.
is 1.
That's what I think it is.
it's order of operations.
Okay, have you guys got your scatter plot?
No.
Would that be hot dog shaped or it kind of curves a little at the end? I don't know.
That is a dumb question.
Which Excel are you using?
The linear regression.
And
Where is
quantitative inference procedures. What's the difference between a hot dog shape and a banana shape?
The banana's more
Bananas-
curved.
Yeah.
I
So
think
this is pretty linear though. I don't see really any curve to it.
And
yeah,
at the bottom, it's kind of rounded up.
So would you say hot dog shape?
yeah, I think so. Because it's just the one end that kind of.
I didn't know that was a technical math term, hot dog shape. It doesn't make any sense.
I am just having a terrible. The mean death per age per state has now popped up in the middle of my. It's like, really? I'm not even on that.
Is your computer on pain pills too?
It won't do it. Sorry, I have to close it down one more time. No, don't save. Oh, I could have used a little arrow. Dang it. Sorry, one more time. By the time it gets done, you guys could have been done. Come on. So, copy.
So would you guys say that this is a simple linear regression appropriate for these data?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
What does that mean by observation?
What do they mean by what?
Observations.
Come on, monkey. Say goodnight.
Hi, bud.
Night night.
Good
Okay,
kids.
now let's see if I can find our quiz again. All right. Come on, stupid thing. So to me, it is a hot dog shape.
Right. How do we figure how many are in the data? I don't remember doing that.
I don't remember it saying anything. I'm not seeing anything in the chapter either.
So do we say it's
Okay, simple linear regression is appropriate for this data.
138? Is there 138 observations?
Where did you get that number?
Well, because in the XY variables,
Yeah.
the first spot it starts is at 4, 1,
42.
42, and I subtracted.
Oh. Where was that in the reading,
Yes.
though?
It wasn't.
It wasn't, was it?
Fill in the blanks.
So it's 142, and what line did we start at?
4.
So
But
138.
don't you do it twice, or do you do it once?
Because there's 138 in each,
In each column?
in each,
Oh,
in
but no,
X
we're
and
just,
Y.
sorry, we're just doing the residuals, right? Okay.
Yes. It just says how many observations are in the data.
So 138.
So, Cheryl,
Yeah,
if you look at like the math self-efficiency that we just took the numbers from,
yeah.
like an explanation. I think if that's kind of what you need to do.
On the side where it says comment, Shane Goodwill, the research studies factor.
Wait, this is having a group of 139 students,
Yeah, it says 139 on mine.
but I'm not
Mine
seeing.
Yeah,
starts at 4 and goes to, like you
But
said.
I just went down with my cursor and it says 139.
I have 138 in the data itself.
Yeah, mine's saying a 139 too when I highlighted the column.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, you can see on the side, on the very bottom on the side there, it'll tell you how many.
We're at on which one?
139. There's a little window down at the bottom when you highlight that whole column.
Right?
I just don't remember that. That's so frustrating.
But I don't see where it says 139 though.
well, it starts on 4 and it goes down to 142. So
Right.
142 minus 3 is 139. So
142 minus,
3
oh, I minus 4. Ha!
because it starts
makes
on
sense.
4.
Sense.
Did you turn it down? Oh. And then, excuse me. The y-intercept is 1.296, yeah?
For which one?
For 9.
Isn't it 18.690? Where's yours?
I get 1.296. Am I doing something wrong?
If you're looking at B not the standard under unstandardized coefficients.
Well, where it says model, the y-int, b naught.
Yeah.
B naught is 1.
Underneath the B.
Yeah.
What does yours
Right.
say?
Underneath the b. Where am I looking?
Yeah, 1.296.
1.296 is what I get.
Why is mine different?
My whole entire thing is gone again. I don't get it. Maybe it's sliding over.
Then the slope is 0.0242. 0.042.
I have to start all over again. I hope maybe if I could don't. Oh.
Oh, goodness.
Do you ever just want to cry? Just cry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I just copied this stuff and nothing changed. I just restarted this whole thing. And not, it didn't change my graph.
So what did you say your B naught was?
1.296.
Yeah.
1.296.
Yep. My why not?
Silly one. That is silly.
And what's your B1?
Okay. Copy this.
The slope is 0.042.
I don't know why mine's coming out different.
Because I have the same as Esther.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, what was your B naught again? Sorry.
B naught is 1.296.
Yeah, mine's coming up way different.
And then the slope is 0.042.
Huh.
And then for question 11, I got 1.462.
Yep.
What?
Okay, so
I don't know what's going on with mine. I closed mine down and redid it and everything, and it's still.
I know I just. Okay, so I got the slope for 10. Let me go back up and make sure. The slope for 10 was 1.296.
Mm-hmm.
And then the y-intercept is 1.296.
Yeah,
Wait.
so 9 is 1.296.
Right? And then
And then
10 is 0.042. 0.042.
Right.
And you just gotta open this a little wider.
And is the predicted value of y, is it just in the predicted box?
Yes.
And what was you guys's? What'd you get? Because mine's not already there.
I got
1
1.462.
Got 1.546.
Why is mine so weird? I have like really big numbers. Like
I have X
Yeah,
at
but-
6. You have to change your
Oh,
X
change X to 4.
to
I
4.
change your X.
yeah, I changed my X.
Okay, now I got X as 1.462.
Weird.
I don't think I
They go
saved
in
any of these.
0 to 14? 17? Oh.
Make sure you get your stuff in your bag so I can.
If you're in trouble, tell me first.
So 12 is supposed to be on this same information.
Paper in the kitchen.
Hint, because there's a positive correlation, you can use the largest X value to find the largest predicted value of Y. But for prediction interval for Y, is the high 2.828?
That's why I'm like trying to figure out.
Because it says you can use the largest X. Hint, because there's positive correlation, you can use the largest X value. I don't even see X value.
It's 6, right?
Oh, X is 4.
I get 6. How did you get 4?
Because
You
it
gotta
said,
change it back to 6.
oh, you gotta change it back to 6, okay. Okay, so then it would be 2.907 would be prediction interval for Y.
Oh, okay, there. Well, because there's 2 numbers there. That's what I was wondering.
Well,
It says prediction interval for
0.185 would
Y.
be the low, right? And the largest would be 2.907. Or it says the largest X value to find the largest prediction value for Y. So how would you do that?
I do not remember this in the lesson.
What is the maximum predicted value of Y for the value of these values of X? Use the largest X value to find the largest predicted value of Y. So like the largest value of Y, 546. Because when you put 6 in X, and then you have 1.546.
Oh, the predicted level is given. So I read the Excel. So it says, yeah, put your X, which is 6, in the spot, and then it tells you that the predicted value is given in the column labeled predicted.
Right.
I don't understand. I don't remember reading that.
It's in 2.5 in the reading under predictions. Oh, then there's this other, it says predicted. Oh, let me back up. Prediction interval for Y. And then predicted is 1.546. And it says the predicted value is given in the cell labeled predicted.
Right, and that's the one right next to X.
Right.
Oh, the 1.546.
Right.
It's right there.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And then how many explanatory independent variables are present in simple linear regression?
So explanatory variables are the X variable. That's the independent one. Because response variable is a Y variable. So
Does it have to be 2 or more than 2?
Not more than. Simple linear expression.
I don't like
It
crocodile.
says represents a line that represents data to predict a larger number.
So how many explanatory variables are present in simple linear regression? It's got to be more than 2.
It has to be at least. Yeah, I would say more.
Yeah, at least 2, I would think, but it can't just, the answer can't be 2, can it?
Well, you have an X and a Y, right?
Right?
And the X and Y give you the dots that you need to make the line, because it's this, it's predicting which way the line goes, up or down. So you need at least 2.
Mm-hmm.
Picture if it really keeps going up or down. So would it be more than 2? Those are X variables. Independent variable is X. The dependent variable is Y. So Y depends on X. So how many X's do you need?
Well, there's only one X and there's one
I
Y.
guess 1. But they want to know how many are present in simple linear progression.
Regression. I mean, in the equation, there's only 1.
I have no clue.
How many independent variables are present?
Two or more explanatory variables in a response variable by fitting a linear equation. In simple linear regression, a single independent variable is required.
So 1.
Where's this?
I just pulled it up. I'm looking on my phone because I can't find it in the lesson. Statistically significant.com. I don't know.
Yeah, because it says introduction to regression. Simple linear regression is a method used to fit data in a line to data. This provides a powerful tool to model.
Right, but in multiple linear regression, 2 or more independent variables are used to predict the value. But in simple linear regression, a single independent variable is used to predict the value.
So it's 1.
Yeah, but I couldn't find it in the lesson. I'd like to find it in the lesson.
Well, we have, where was it? I just read.
2.4 is regression output. So regression equation, we can use simple linear regression to develop an equation relating the head length of a crocodile to its body length. So y is the body length and x is the head length. So that's
Still 1.
1, right?
Yeah.
And how many response-dependent variables are present in simple? Didn't we just have this? Oh, explanatory and response. Okay, so I think the answer to 14 is 1, because that's a dependent variable.
Wait, where?
On 14?
Yeah, 14 depends, the dependent variable depends on, so y depends on x.
Right, so and that would be 1, right? That's what I thought we were doing in 13. So what's 13?
I think they're both 1.
Because it's
You
just
think they're both 1?
each one. We're not doing 2 plots, we're just doing 1 from each number.
Oh, I found the hot dog shape thing.
That, I just read that. So linear regression allows us to predict values of y for a given x. This is done first by calculating the coefficients and then plugging in the desired value of x for solving y.
In the summary, under the independent or explanatory variable x is a variable which is not affected by what happens to the other variable. The dependent or response variable y is the variable which is affected by what happens to the other variable, which we already knew that. The other way around, I don't know. Oh, there are 15 questions.
So this is talking about simple linear regression, correct?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think the answer to both is 1. You got
So
head
it
length,
says-
and you got. Or,
This is actually something else, but it says the case of one explanatory variable is called simple linear regression. For more than one explanatory variable, it's multiple linear regression. So it'd just be the one.
for both of them.
Yeah.
And a company in South Dakota manufactures hard hats used in the mining industry. They record measurements on all the hats they produce for quality control and planning purposes. The measurements they collect include that hat size, circumference of the hat, the length of the major and minor axes. Meaning the company wants to predict size of the hat given the circumference. What is the response variable?
So the response variable is y.
So they want to predict the size of the hat, which would be the response variable based on the circumference, right? So it's the size of the hat because it is the variable being predicted?
Well,
No.
it's which one's X and which one's Y?
Isn't the circumference because it's being used to predict the size of the hat?
So you're saying circumference is X, the independent, and are you saying the size of the hat is the response?
I think the size of
Is
the
Y?
hat is the response, yeah, because you have to have the circumference. So they collected the data of hat size, circumference of the hat, and lengths of the major and minor axes.
So I'm looking at it's either the size of the hat because it is used to predict the circumference, or the circumference because it is being used to predict the size of the hat.
I think it's the size of the hat because it is the variable being predicted.
Right, because the size of
Because
the
it-
hat will determine, because it's used to predict the the circumference. You have to know the circumference to know how big somebody's head is before you can know how big the hat is.
What size
Right.
of hat they need. So you're saying it's the last one.
That's what I think, because the size of the hat isn't being used to predict the circumference, because you already have the circumference if you have the size of the hat.
So is the circumference the response variable though?
No, they're saying the circumference is the independent variable, the explanatory. Because right here it states, meaning the company wants to predict size of hat given the circumference. So they want to do a circumference, they want to do the circumference, and then they'll say, okay, well, that will be this size of a hat. So they're trying to predict the size of hat based off the circumference.
But I keep going back, they want to predict the size of hat given the circumference.
So circumference
So
is
the response
always
variable is
X.
the size of the hat. What's
So
that?
circumference would be X because you already know, the circumference by doing a measurement.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the size of the hat. You're not trying to use the hat. The hat size depends on the circumference.
Right.
meaning y depends on x. So you're
Okay,
trying to
well, it's
predict what
not,
y is.
we missed a lot, just so you know. It's not D. It's not the circumference because it's used being predict the
It's
size.
not 3 either.
Which other ones did we miss, Cheryl?
Let me go back up. We got number 3, number 4, number 5, right? 6. We missed number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12.
I got all those right. So the numbers I had in my chart were right.
What did you get in your, what did you get for number 9?
I put 1.296.
Mine was 18.690. That's what was in my chart.
Okay, I don't know how you got that.
Did you guys have your variables right?
Me and Lydia had the same thing. I think so. Look.
Because you're supposed to put confidence data in for the explanatory variable and score data to the response.
Oh, are you thinking maybe we put them in backwards?
Yeah, maybe.
I put X.
What's your first number in your X? In your
I
explanation?
didn't think it mattered though, because
It
it
says that at the
all
beginning of the thing.
In the first column, I put 50, and in the second column, 4.34.
Nope, other way around.
That's how come they're
Oh,
wrong.
I see. So the confidence goes first.
Yeah, that's what it said at the beginning of the before we started 6. So
Well,
that's
that would
why
explain how come they're wrong.
Thank you. We did that on another test a few tests back.
Yeah.
We could not figure out what we did wrong.
There it is.
Unbelievable. I can copy the whole darn thing. When I go to paste it, it won't flip and paste.
18.690.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Color.
So the slope then is 12.695.
Yes.
And then what else, Cheryl?
Hold on, I'm trying to get back into it just so I can even answer the questions.
What do you have for 11, Esther?
1.462
Yeah, that's not right.
predicted X. Then I have to do, okay.
It's going to change the X to 4.
Yep.
So do you have 69.469?
Yes.
And for 12, did you put 94.859?
Yes.
Yeah, 69.4. So let me put that in. So 69.469.
I'm glad you read that part, Lo.
I was so confused. I was like, why are we so different? I should have thought of that.
And then for 12, you got 94.859.
Yes.
So is 13 correct?
Yeah, 13's 1, 14's 1, and then 15's not C.
I think it's A. I do. I don't know. I'm going to try it.
Okay.
Yes, it should be A, the size of the hat, because it is the variable being predicted.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Okay.
We got them all.
Oh, I have to go back. What's funny is I'm trying to put in an answer for number as 1, and it's saying it doesn't like my number.
Well, good night.
Your program is not happy.
Like, if it can make me struggle anymore. I'm like in the middle of a test and it just switched me out to reflect in ePortfolio. I'm like, I have no idea where that came from. I'm like, I'm inputting my answers and it just took me who knows where.
Well, do you want us to tell you the answers and then you can do the work and check the answer as you go?
Yeah, let me just write them back down because now I have to start all over one more time. So, oh, go ahead, I'll just write 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So 3 is 2.0 and 4 is 1.5. And 5 is 1.0. And 6 is a hot dog. And 7 is A.
First one.
8 is 139. 9, this is where I got it wrong, but now I have the right intercept. So it should be, I can't read it, gotta make it a little bigger, sorry. 18.690. And 10 is 12.695.
Can I just say how happy I am that we are just about done with this semester?
Oh my gosh, me too.
I am so burned out.
Let me change this to 4. Oh, come on.
See,
I know,
and
I'm so over it.
this project is stressing me out. The verbiage is. Ugh.
How's your other
11.
class going, Lydia? Your practicum class, how's that going?
I finished my workshop just before Thanksgiving.
Yay.
That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
was like, thank you. And then I have to now interpret the surveys and put that all in and start. We have to put it together. I had to make a resume, which felt more tedious than helpful. But it's now like all the hardest part is done all before Thanksgiving. Finishing up and putting it together and fixing what she sent back to get fixed. And she's very good with extending time. If you ask her beforehand, like, this is what's going on, can I have a little more time? She's like, sure, go ahead. So that helps.
Wow.
That part really, really, truly helps.
So what did we put for 11?
69469.
69469.
69.469.
Right. So then what was 12?
That's 12. I mean, sorry, 94.859. Ugh.
Because you change X for number 11.
Oh, so I put it backwards. So 11 is, oh, man, if I could just make this a little bigger. So 11
You change X
is
to 4.
9496, and 12, because we're changing it back to 6s, it looks like 38853.
No.
94.859.
Oh, that's what it is. It is a 94859.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I have them all. So I'll finish putting those in a minute. So I will work on the other. I will send it, I think, in the Gmail if I can. And then I'll just send a text saying, hey, I sent it. Go look at it and see if you think it needs adjusted or changed or whatever.
Okay.
And that way everybody gets to look at it.
Sounds good.
It does affect all of us.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's the stressful part. Like, ah.
I know, because I want everyone to get 25 points.
At least we have a good group, though.
And 10 points of it is just that we
I've been in
have,
groups where I'm the only
like, here's all our information. And the 15 points is on our paragraph.
Oh gosh.
On the paragraph alone?
No
Yeah,
pressure.
on the paragraph and the graphs, 15% is on that, or 15 points is on that, and 10 points is on just that we collected the data.
Jeez.
That's why I was wondering if you could use the example of all that data that we've been looking at all year, because they all have explanations.
Well,
I'm
and
wondering if
that's
that's kind of what it's looking.
That's why I put at the top of the graph. Now that we can go back on the top of the graph, that on every single one on the side, age of death, down the column and across the top, the states, and then at the top it says, states in whatever. I have to go look, but I labeled everything, and then even on the histograms, I've labeled all of those. That the bottom, these are the ages of death, and then on the side, the number of sample, the sample of 40 taken. So everything will be labeled. So it's just a matter of writing in there. And then I'll use that one pie chart for the average deaths of to kind of combine all of
Put them all in one spot.
the 4 histograms. But so I'll work on that probably tomorrow. I'm going to go into work for probably 3 or 4 hours, and then I'm going to come home,
Jeez.
Shoot, girl.
and then I'll work on that. It is my focus for the day.
You're supposed to lay in bed and sleep after you've had a procedure.
Yeah.
It ain't happening. I would like to. If school could have just ended, but if they put this in permanent, that means I get to do this procedure again in probably another week.
Oh,
Because
geez.
they'll take these wires out and put permanent wires in.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I
just
know.
sounds.
We couldn't just do it once.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I'll send you guys, because I really do want your opinion before I just submit something for all of us.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll work on that. I'm going to stop the broadcast.